All right, it says the video is starting, so I'm just gonna make sure that I can see the feedback. Here we go. Awesome. So I'm Nicole Crane, and today is day 2 of the Days of Light, a series on healing and wholeness. And today's focus is going to be on it's going to be the first of 4 in a series on elemental breathing techniques. So, a little bit about this. I'm just going to risk covering up the comments. To put my notes right here, so I don't have to look away too much. There we go. Maybe. Okay. So, this is something that I picked up from Damian Echols in his course, The Royal Science of Angels, on the platform Sounds True. And because it is on sale right now, I'm going to pop in the comments a link for that course because it's really cool. And I got a lot out of that. Just a quick aside while I'm picking that up. Last year in 2020, I spent a lot of time focusing on studying magic, specifically Hermetic magic. But Damian Echols ended up being one of my favorite mentors and teachers, and I feel like this kind of goes across the board in all of his offerings, but he really embraces the idea that he is still like a student of magic, as well as a teacher of magic, and he is incredible. And I'm going to post a second link to his free YouTube channel. He has a Patreon, which I have not become a member of yet. I'm kind of focused, I have a different focus of devotion right now besides magic, but occasionally he reposts things from his Patreon community for free on YouTube. So if you'd kind of like to get a taste of his essence and his offerings before you sign up for something, then that is a really good place to kind of get an idea. And he talks about some very interesting topics, anything from different techniques in magic, like the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagrams, to he did a really fascinating lecture on vampires and the origins of those. It was really cool. So a little creepy and macabre at times, but he takes it very seriously, and he is definitely a lifelong student of magic, and he knows his stuff. So today we are just going to focus on the earth breath. And before we dive into that, though, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the benefit of using all 4 of these breaths together. So the 4 elements are earth, air, fire, and water. These are used not only in pagan traditions like Wicca and many different factions of paganism, but also in a lot of mystic and spiritual traditions as well. So if you're not familiar with the 4 elements, I would encourage you to do a little bit of digging and to see if this strikes a chord with you. But just a very, very, very basic overview is that the body is also made up of the 4 elements. And so when these 4 elements are off balance, sometimes that comes up as not necessarily dis-ease, even though if you think of it in the context of dis-ease, like you're not at ease, you're not in balance, yes, not necessarily so much that that's where like diseases come from, but there is an element of truth that when you are in balance, it's much easier for the body to reach a point of stasis or recenteredness, right? So by the end of the 4th day of this mini series within the overall Days of Light series, you'll be able to use each of the 4 breaths on a daily basis, joined together to kind of balance all 4 elements within you. But additionally, you can kind of self-assess. And so if one of these areas is lacking in your life, you can just focus on using one of this breath, like one single breath or a couple of breaths together to increase that element in your life. So if you feel like, well, we'll just focus on earth today. So earth is groundedness. It is the deeper, rich soil. This does not come from Damian Echols, but in my experience, it's kind of like the root chakra, which is like the rich soil and the earth of the roots, right? And so it's a rich, dark essence. And yeah, so not getting into the elements too much, but more focusing on the breath. So this specific breath, if you think of the symbol for, well, we're going to use the symbol of a square, right? So it's a fourfold breath, and a square is like a four-sided geometric shape, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to have evenly distributed breaths. So we are going to inhale to the count of 4. You're going to hold the breath for a count of 4. You're going to exhale for a count of 4, and you're going to hold with your breath exhaled for the count of 4. So I'm just going to pull up my little timer here so that I can guide you through this in a moment. But there's also a visualization to this practice as well. So for the earth breath, you are going to imagine inhaling light from the universe. And in this case, green, the color green, is representing the earth element. So you're inhaling green light from the universe into the Tippereth center, which also coincides with the heart center, or the heart chakra. So it's in the center of your chest next to your heart, and you're going to be inhaling into a golden sphere here in the center of your heart. So let's see if I can, right here in the center. So you inhale the green light and you hold it in this golden sphere. So I'm just going to guide you through a quick run through of this practice. And then at the end of the 4 days, you can watch these videos back to back if you'd like and do all 4 breath techniques. Or you can just do it by yourself if you've got a clock or a timer, or even if you don't have tools available, you can just kind of count in your mind to 4. So we are going to start by inhaling 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on the inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold on the exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And that just kind of gives you an example. So I found this, especially the earth breath, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to start with that, to be just really centering and grounding. So I would love to hear your feedback on if this technique brought anything up for you, what you experienced. And I would love to continue a little bit of accountability around these practices. So if you would like to do a daily check-in, once you've used the technique and practiced it, you can pop the word done in the comments below, and I'm happy to celebrate you. If you want to be celebrated, you can let me know in a private message or in the comments that you would like to be celebrated as well, and I can mention you in the following day's presentation that you finished, or that you practiced the technique for that day. All right, so I will see you tomorrow. We will be focusing on the air breath. So thanks so much for tuning in. And if you would like to schedule a free discovery call, it usually lasts about 45 minutes. There is a link in my biography on Facebook and Instagram. Um, and if you just want to look me up, I'm NicoleCraneCoaching.com. And there's information on some of my programs there, as well as a link to book a discovery call to see if you'd like to do some one-on-one coaching together with me. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Mwah! Sending you lots of love. Bye.